Yes, hello everyone. This is Arnold. Welcome to JK Sports, the number one digital free sports app you'll find anywhere in Uganda. You can watch everything. We are live on YouTube and on our app, so get us there. We are here today to talk about all things UPL. There's an ongoing wrangle with the big man of FUFA and another man some of us call the god of football.
Two elephants actually fighting.
Exactly.
And it's the ground that suffers.
Exactly. So we are here to talk about all of that. I'm here with my man Maklish.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me, bro.
So what's your take? What's going on with Uganda?
Now a lot is going on with Uganda. Do you want me to tell you from the politics to the sports or only the sports?
Feel free. Feel free. I'm sure our observers want to know so much because this is something that has been going on for so long.
Wow. Now, to begin with, yesterday night there was a meeting that was called by FUFA. We don't know if it was about the league or not, and up to now we don't know what was in that meeting. But in this meeting, it was called by the president and the three vice presidents, and we don't know if they invited any other member from the executive. So we don't know. But an hour back, we got a confirmation from FUFA that they are standing by the new league format.
By the time of our shooting.
You know, they are telling us the format is continuing, even if the double header flop, one team didn't show up, and most of the fans did not show up. It was a very disappointing image altogether. But engineer Moses Magogo says, hey man, we are continuing with the format.
So now, Maklish, now, like our take on this is, you do realize that these men who are fighting are big heads, like you said, that when the elephants are fighting.
Oh yes.
Of course, the people down are the ones that are suffering.
Sure.
So what do you think? What has caused this? Where has it started from? For someone who doesn't have an idea.
Now, I think the problem, to begin with, is from the structure of how the league is run by who and what. Now, normally, a league has to be run by the clubs that play in the league. Like it is elsewhere. I mean, in the Premier League and elsewhere, the league is run by the members who are playing in that same league. But the difference here is that FUFA owned and runs the league. And then the UPL is just coming to manage the fixtures and blah, 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 this or that. Now, that's where the first wrong thing is.
Yes.
Now, how did the Mulindwas allow FUFA to take over the league? That's the first question. Because when you allow FUFA to take over the league, you have given them power to decide for the league.
Very things, yes.
And that's why you see Magogo is standing tall, because he knows he has the powers to run the league. So I don't know how Magogo got the power to run the league, how the clubs allowed, and I think that's where the fight is.
Yes.
Mulindwa wants to use this opportunity to let the league be given back to the clubs. And people have not seen this arena. People have not seen this side of the story. You know, because, I mean, FUFA just came out of the blue. And then, because they've been doing this over and over again, we'll wake up and do this and clubs will follow.
Yes.
But this time around, there is this big bone that is not getting swallowed.
Yes.
That is Mulindwa.
Yes.
So that's the first problem. The first problem is the league is not run the way it has to be run. Because these clubs have to have a committee that plans for the league. For FUFA, they have to be bringing in refereeing and the rules of the game. Full stop. So that's what the problem is.
So actually now I understand what you're saying, because the big man, Mr. Lawrence Mulindwa,
Oh yes.
I heard him saying that football must win, and he wants football to win. So now that brings me to the next thing. So do you think that the stakeholders have been involved much in this ongoing thing?
Now,
you know,
it's very sad and absurd to inform you that FUFA has never involved stakeholders in decision making. You tell me the one time you've seen FUFA involve you, the fan, in decision making. Nowhere. FUFA has always been an association that is on itself doing their own things the way they want it. And I'm happy that Mulindo has come out to speak for football, because most of us have kept quiet and decided to move on with that. However much it was wrong, but we had no power like Mulindo.
Yes.
Mulindo has used his power to stand up and say, hey, if people are defying the game, I'm not going to join the train. I'm stopping, I'm standing as me. I don't care if the Mandelas are joining me or not. The next, I'm standing as Mulindo.
Yes.
So from day one, FUFA has never involved stakeholders.
Yes, yes.
Because we all know the biggest stakeholder is the fan.
Yes.
But do our fans have an association?
That's another question.
Do you know of a fans association that sits to come up with views that would help or put
basically represent?
Yes. It's not there. Two, the UPL is numb about everything. The UPL itself, because the SUPL is the league, but it is run by it has to be run by the UPL,
yes,
the Uganda Premier League, which has to consist of members of the teams in the league.
Yes.
But have you had any statement from the UPL?
No.
They have said nothing.
I think we only saw them on where they are supposed to receive a certain amount of money from the games.
From the games, that's
yes,
the minimum, I think 5 or something.
Yes, 5%.
So stakeholders have not been involved, and this is what Mulindo is saying. Mulindo is saying, man, we have spent our money in the league. We have held Ugandan football with our own money.
Yes.
And then you can't just decide for us without involving us. And
yes,
he is right.
Yes, yes.
He is right. Involve us. And as I was telling you off air, that you know, when you get into some venture, you should know the untouchables of that venture.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now,
yes.
Mulindwa, for me, I even wonder, because in my head, I would think it would be sane for Magogo to first involve Mulindwa in such decisions.
Yes.
Because he's a big man. He was once his boss.
Yes.
He knows how much passion Mulindwa has for the game. Then why not involve him?
Yes.
So Magogo has an ego that Mulindwa is not ready to take in.
Yes.
Because Mulindwa says, I lose nothing by leaving football.
Yes.
At the end of the day, football earns from me,
yes,
not earned from football.
yes,
and he is right. Yeah. So the stakeholders have not been involved. Journalists. Do sports journalists have an association?
That is also another thing.
Were they involved in the decision? It's okay. If you can't involve us in decision making, make the decision and give it to us to look through.
Yes.
You get it? At least let us have a glimpse of what is coming. Don't wake up one day and tell us from today the league has changed, and now from today they're going to do this. No. And this is why everyone feels left out. To an extent that they even don't want to understand what the format is about.
They don't want to hear.
They don't want. Why? Because we were not involved. And I support them 100%.
And I think that is psychology, right?
Oh yes.
Because so for me, I think that's where now I'll come in, Maklish, and ask you. You realize that I feel like from what you're saying, I think we are giving so much power to one body. Because when you look at that, how have the different leagues done it? Because even Lawrence Mulinda talks about it.
Oh yes.
And he says, before you implement something, do you want to say that you are the top of it? So what advice can we give the president of FUFA? But also for us as a thought process, for us that are the stakeholders, the journalists and the fans, is there a possibility for us to bring in reforms to push them, for them to understand that maybe we are giving so much power to one person, one body, but one person? Is there a possibility where the game comes back to be owned by the people?
Now, I'm a minister of the heavenly kingdom.
Hallelujah.
And I learned one thing with church is, you know, when you are on the pulpit preaching, you must know that you are not the best preacher in the room.
Yes.
Sometimes the people you're preaching to know the things you're preaching them more than you. Now, this is what is lacking in FUFA. Magogo and the team and the group think, for them, they understand football than any other Ugandan. So we are not going to involve any other Ugandan in any footballing decisions. Why? Because you entrusted us with FUFA, and no, for us, we are the ones. You get that thing?
Yes.
And that is wrong. Because, man, every time there is something new, a person is learning.
Yes.
So involve these people.
Yes.
So the first problem I told you is, how did
Mm.
Magogo snatch the league from its owners?
Mm. Mm.
That's the first question we have to ask ourselves.
Mm.
How did he snatch the league from the clubs to be owned and to be managed by FIFA? Because that itself is wrong.
Mm.
That is dictatorship in football, and
Yes.
football is a public good.
Mm.
You know. So that's the first question: is, did the league sleep? And when they woke up, like they say, Africans slept, and when they woke up, Europeans had grabbed their land.
Yes.
So there was sleeping somewhere.
Mm.
But this is the time to correct it.
Yes.
Fans, this is the time to stand up
Yes.
and speak.
Mm.
Because if we do not bring the league back to its owners, then nothing can be done about it.
Yes. Because I believe that these big people we are talking about, in a few years, they will no longer be there. So football is bigger than anyone. And as we are coming to a close, I think the fans have already done their part.
Oh, yes.
Because I realized on the double header, the fans didn't turn up. So
didn't turn up
they are being as vocal as they can be.
Sure,
and,
sure.
and kudos to the people who want to return football to where it belongs.
Yes. Then another problem
Mm.
is the money
Yes.
that they are putting in the league. They're investing in the league.
Mm.
Now, for me, what I know is, when I talk of investment,
Mm.
I'm looking at putting something and getting something.
Yes.
That's a worthy investment.
Mm.
That way, when I put money into something, at a given time X, I'm thinking about getting money. Now, FIFA is injecting money in the league, which is not been done in any other federation around
Yes.
the world.
Mm.
And they are saying they hope sponsors will come and help them the other season. Now, my question is, what if sponsors don't come? Because one, these wrangles chase away sponsors.
Yes. Yes.
And we have seen even the S in the SUPL
Mm.
is acting funny.
Funny. Because of course, the breaching of contract.
I don't want to mention the S because we are
Yes.
we are
I've understood you, sir.
yes.
Yes.
So the S in the SUPL
Mm.
is also acting funny, not broadcasting games, giving excuses here and there. But the reality is, these wrangles chase away not only the sponsors, but also the fans.
Yes.
You know, some people don't like curfew.
Yes.
Some people don't be where there is noise.
Yes.
For them, they want. You know, football is where we go sometimes to stress off. And then the thing that stresses us off is letting other people fight.
Yes.
So why should I involve? So if we do not get the league back to the hands of the people that have to run the league, then Magogo is still bringing up a lot of more things
Yes.
that we have no control about, because we gave him the power to run the league. So this is the time to raise up. Actually, let's not raise up for not playing the format. Let's raise up for owning the league.
Yes.
That's the right cause.
Yes.
And I think that's where Mulinda is going. No, Mulinda is calculative. He's a very calculative man. So it's beginning like this, and then he will be introducing in another agenda here and there until the league gets back to the hands of its people. Yeah, I think that is it. Because if we don't do that, trust me, my brother, we are going nowhere. And that's the only way we can bring football back to the fans and to the clubs.
Wow. Very amazing. So, lastly, Maklish, if you sat on the table with Magogo, what would be your advice to him as our FIFA president? Because he's still our FIFA president.
One,
speak to him.
One.
He could be watching us.
will you even sit on the same table with Magogo? Because Magogo is one of the funniest people I've seen in life. You know, is a person that is not welcoming to ideas. If you are ideological and it is different from theirs, then he doesn't welcome you. But if I got the chance, I would want us to copy from the best. Kenya did not need to change the format to attract.
To be competitive and attract more people.
Tanzania did not need to change the league format. And even if they did, they would have done it in an orderly manner. My problem, as told you, is not the format. My problem is how do you bring the format and who brings the format?
Mm.
What do you want to think for us? That's my problem. So Magogo should stop thinking for us. Involve us in thinking. Sometimes his thoughts are good, but then give us a say. The media, the fans, the media, we have the fans,
The clubs
we have the
themselves.
clubs themselves. You know, a lot of people are operating our clubs not knowing even how a club operates.
Yes. Yes.
Trust me, you. A lot of people are operating our clubs not knowing even how a club operates. So for them, it's a new league format. They'll say, "Hey, when are we playing?" Because they even don't want to know, because it's just an avenue. He was given a job to earn. So for him, he think he doesn't need to think. They are myopic, actually. They don't think about what is coming. For them, all they are minding is, we are earning. If we don't play the league, we are not going to earn. You get it? But it's something that is even bigger than just earning.
Yes.
So people are myopic. So my only advice is, Mr. Magogo, nafetulo woza, nafetuina magezi, involve people. We have people that are big in the game, bigger than you.
Yes.
They cannot be bigger than Fufa, but they are bigger than you personally.
Yes.
So don't use the name Fufa to carry your burdens as you, Magogo, to carry your views and stuff. That's the only thing I can tell Magogo.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's away from that. Yeah, I think Magogo should allow and sit down and talk, and then Mulindwa should also find a way to harmonize and let Vipers continue. I would not love to see Vipers out of Ugandan football.
Of course, it's dangerous, because it's basically the cream de la cream of Ugandan Premier League.
And as we were talking about the employment, that guy's employs over 400 people. So where does he leave these people after moving out of Ugandan football?
Yes.
A good facility like St. Mary's Chitende.
Yes.
Why should it be left to a school? Yet it even ever hosted the Uganda Cranes.
Yes.
So we are talking about a man that has been there not only for Ugandan football, but even for the nation itself.
Yes.
Because he hosted the Uganda Cranes when there was no any other
pitch
or facility that would host them. So that, I mean, Magogo should look at this, that we are losing a man who was impacted. We are losing a man who has families that feed from his pockets.
Yes.
So we should not lose this man. Let's sit down and come to a harmony and work together and let football thrive.
So yes, UPL fans, you have heard it from us. I will end with this quote. So I had Sepp Blatter. He once said in one of his memos, he said that one of the biggest mistakes he made was not to listen to people that were around him, and he created an environment where people were scared of him, and he never got the advice he needed. So if you want to go,
seems someone didn't read that statement, because it's what is happening right now.
Yes. So if you want to go somewhere, if you want to go at least far, you go alone. But if you want to go further, go with others. At the end of the day, we love football, and football cannot be the same without me and without Mr. Lawrence Mulindwa, without the FUFA president himself. So thank you very much for listening to us. Stay tuned. We shall come back. Have a good one.